Here's a weird side effect of losing a lot of weight. I've lost over 110 pounds. I think I'm 113, 114, I think. So obviously the way I look has changed. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. The other night, my daughter came out to our house to have dinner with us, and we went to our club. We live in a 55 plus neighborhood, and we had dinner there. We hadn't been there in forever. And of course, you see people you know, right? A couple walked by our table and looked at me like, what? And I said, hi, hi. And they introduced themselves to me. And I said, I'm Karen. And they're like, they looked so confused, so confused. And they walked on by. And my daughter and I just kind of laughed about it. They came back later on their way out, and they brought another couple with them who are sweethearts. I know her. She's in my book club. I mean, she's a total sweetheart. Both of these people are they're very nice people. But it's an example of how awkward this can be, because they started talking about my weight loss again. And they said how great I looked, which was very kind of them. Well, I had just kind of changed the topic, and I said, oh, my daughter came out to show us her car. She just bought a new car. And so we're kind of celebrating. And so one of the ladies started talking to me. We were talking about something, I don't know what. The other lady who had just met my daughter started talking to her, and I thought they're talking about her car. I mean, I really didn't give it any, a second thought. After they left, my daughter said, I didn't know what to say. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, the lady who was talking to her said, how did your mom lose her weight? Now, I'm very open about it, but still, my daughter didn't want to betray anything. And, she was trying to be very careful. And I'm like, I appreciate that, but you didn't need to be. But I was more like wondering, why didn't she ask me about that? Because she asked my daughter after, she said, is what she's doing safe? Now, I'm sitting like 2 feet away from her. And then she came over and had talked to me, but she started talking to me about Weight Watchers and how she had lost weight on Weight Watchers years ago. And I said, oh yeah, I have nothing against Weight Watchers. I probably one of their longest customers. It didn't work for me, but it worked for my husband, and he's maintained his weight loss for 25 years. So it works. But she never once said, how did you lose your weight? Or what you're doing healthy. It's so funny. So it's just kind of an awkward thing, a side effect, I think, of losing weight. One, people don't recognize you. And two, they don't know what to say. They don't know whether to acknowledge it. One of the first things they want to ask is, how did you lose it? A lot of people are very hesitant to tell people. And I get it, because there's a lot of judgment, that type of thing. I don't care. I really don't. I'm pretty open about it. But it's just kind of odd. I'm still very glad I lost the weight. This is not a reason for you not to try to lose weight. But I don't know. I guess I just never thought about what would happen and how awkward it could be for people that you know.